One, this is Ash, and today I want to talk about something that I used to talk about or thought about at least 10 years ago while I was going through severe depression and schizophrenia. I came up with, I used to think a lot about why it happens. What if our body is perfect? What if there is no actual breakdown in the brain? What if our brains are not broken, but brains are growing, brains are becoming better? And I know it may sound very foolish or very crazy to think like that when we're suffering a lot, but look at this example. You have a cup, you have a thirst, you fill it with water, you drink it, you're satisfied. But after some time, your thirst increases. This cup, if you, sorry for the tremors, this cup and the water is not enough, so you need a bigger cup. You need something more. It's about more. You drink this from the bigger cup, you fill up more water, you drink it, you're satisfied. And then the thirst increases more and more. Now let's use this example to understand what if our brain is working and working at subconscious levels. Cycle, if you look at it from psychological point of view, there's so much going on at subconscious level, at unconscious level, and we are processing our psychological frames are being challenged subconsciously, and we need to let go of our conscious limits that we have put on ourselves to allow some oxygen, some free space, new formation of psychological framework in our mind. And by doing that, by that neuroplasticity of the brain that we are talking about here, the brain is actually using up a lot more and coming up with new notions, but our conscious side is holding it tight, or our subconscious uncomfortable thoughts are holding it tight. And because of that, there is too much of growth happening which cannot be stopped. It's nature, it's life, it's growing, and uh, we are not allowing enough to go in there, enough material from our natural body source to go in there. I myself, by using this idea, I use something like actually thinking consciously about something that goes on in my mind and executing it, even if it fails. But reaching a point from A to B of completion releases some happiness, some joy, some sense of completion. And doing this every day in little things and little bigger things and little bigger things makes a very big difference. It creates space inside you, and it brought a lot of healing to me because my mind had more space. It would not be stuck like, wish I had done that, wish I could do that, wish I could do that, or oh, I wanted to do this, but this. So there's a lot of burden, there's a lot of lock. Let go. I created space, and I allowed new ideas, new approaches, new thoughts to come by to the new me that's growing every day. And it helped me come out of my depression in a very quick way. But mind well, there was a big drop before that. Every time you rise above, there is a negative line that comes in because it's coming to the surface. The conscious negativity comes to the surface, and that's when we are uncomfortable. But if we can survive it, it tends to get used up and it creates a new positive space around it. So this is my personal experience with depression. It's, I don't call it negativity, I call it a state of being when there's a process from negativity to positivity if we don't get stuck in between due to our conscious um, locks, limits that we pose on our own mental system, mental health. And a lot of it, I believe, at the core, I believe it's all about psychological health. And psychological health has an impact at biological level. So I don't believe in only the chemical imbalance. I believe in a total bio, psycho, social model. You can look it up. And a lot of it has to do with how we relate with the world, our psychology, our limits, how we live our life, how we explore things we do, satisfaction that we can get. Like I said, do little things and let them expand, create space within you. And that's all I want to talk about, a scarcity. So, what I'm trying to get back to relative scarcity is we need to create something within us which will produce more brain chemicals so that we don't need to take chemicals from outside to compensate for the loss that we're doing by our own uh, due to lack of right approaches in life. This is an age of psychological revolution. Why not open ourselves to it?